This meeting is being recorded.
Hi, Ram.
Hi, may I know your name?
My name is Venugopal.
Hi, Venu.
Hey. All are you from India?
Yeah, I think most of the people are from India.
Okay. How many people are joining here? Abdullah?
Yes, sir.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
We have 3 people here, Abdullah, Ram, and Rajesh. Okay. Another 2 people has to join today, but they're not joining today. Okay. So could you please brief about yourself? Anyone have any background of database?
I can go, Venu. So
Yeah.
actually, I work for one of the client. I work as an Oracle SQL and PL SQL developer. Mostly, currently, I have like 2 years of experience in Oracle and SQL and PL SQL.
Okay,
But
great.
yeah, but I don't have in-depth knowledge of using like PLSQL functions like triggers and those kind of functionalities. But SQL wise, I can rate myself as 8. Yeah, but I need more in-depth knowledge in PLSQL.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. How about Rajesh?
Okay, so I'm new, to be honest. Like, I even asked Ram for help most of the time, so I'm actually new. So this class will be very beneficial for me. So I'm just looking forward to learn. Thank you.
Okay. How about Abdullah?
For SQL, like SQL database and access, I had those during my school years.
But not in Oracle SQL and PL SQL, isn't it?
Yeah, only like a SQL Server, Microsoft SQL Server, and Microsoft Access.
Okay, but you have basic idea of SQL, right?
Yeah, like creating database tables, like relationships between tables.
Yeah.
Like I just need to refresh my memory.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Coming to me, right? My name is Venugopal Swarna. I have 11 plus years of experience in SQL PL SQL as a SQL PL SQL developer. I started my career in 2011. So now I started my career in India. Now I'm here. Okay. Anything else you want to know from my side?
No, sir.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Good. Hi, Nikita.
Hello, sir.
Hi.
Hi.
Venu here. So can I know something about you?
Hi. I'm a computer science graduate, and I have an experience in digital marketing for 2 years. And yeah.
Nice. Okay. So you don't have SQL and the PL SQL background, right?
Right.
Okay. So here 2 people have SQL based knowledge and 2 people doesn't have anything. Okay, that's fine. Not a problem. Okay. So Ram, so you know what is the database, right?
Yes.
Okay. So coming to the database basics, right? We have concept called database, right? Database management system, right? If any, for example, consider as employee is an object, okay? Employee will have some database, right?
Yes, Venu.
Okay. So we have employee table, okay? In employee, we have some employee names and all those things will be there. Employee information will be there. This is called one table, right? The group of tables and group of objects will maintain in one place. This is called database, right? In database, we have tables, views, all the objects, right? Indexes kind of thing. Just I'm briefing about the database, not much actually. I'm not going in depth actually. Okay. So first we need to know something about data and metadata, right? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So now, what is metadata? Do you know something about it? Let me share my screen.
If you're saying something, I think you're on mute. I can't listen. I'm like, there is no sound. It's just me, or it's same with everyone?
Actually, we know. I think you're on mute.
Let me stop sharing. Are you able to see my screen? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay. Okay, now I'm going back. Okay, I'm entering something here. Do you know what it is?
I think you're trying to do a tabular format of
No,
data.
no. My question is, what is this? Do you have any idea? What, for example, consider as some data. What data it is? Do you know any idea about it? Now we don't know, right? We can't predict what it is exactly, right?
Yes.
So what I'm trying to say here, what is metadata? I want to say that actually, that is the definition I want to show you. Consider this is an employee information. Okay. Consider it as employee information. Okay. This is EID and e-name and age, salary. Okay, this is the information now. Now tell me, now you can say you can say this is employee data, right?
Yes.
Before that we can't say that, because without having headers, right? You can't say what is the data it is, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that means you are talking about data by adding the column names, right? This is called metadata, right?
Okay.
That means data about data. Okay, this is the data. Okay, this is called data. This is metadata. Okay, clear?
Okay, so just one question. So data, any data which have like headers which is like properly defined is data, metadata.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We can see that is telling about data, right? What it is. It is saying this one actually. Number 10 is employee ID. Okay, AAA is employee name. That means it is saying about this data, right? Employee name column is saying about this data, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That means it is called metadata.
Okay.
So blindly you can say metadata is data about data.
Got it. Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
Ram may be aware of this one actually. This is the metadata. Data is this one. Data is always number of rows and columns. Rows, right? Rows always data, right? These are called columns also. We can call it as columns also. Metadata is structure of data, right? Right?
Yep.
So
Okay.
this is data and metadata concept. Okay.
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 Now coming to SQL. Directly, I'm going to SQL directly. Basics, right? Database basics. Database. If you want database basics, we can go through that. If you want, I can provide some notes kind of thing maybe later. That will contain database, RDBMS. What is RDBMS and what is ORDBMS? Okay. See, for example, student is one data. We can consider a student is one database. College, for example, college database, right? In the college database, what you'll have usually student database will be there, staff database will be there, staff information will be there, right? Right?
Yeah. Yes.
So
Yes, ma'am.
each entity will call as small databases, right? These are all databases considered. These are all databases maintaining in one system. The college is the DBMS, database management system, right? This is the way the data will be found. Data will be in the form of tables and tables, right? In tables contains rows and columns. Okay, you understand?
Yes.
So the concept is right. The theory concept you can read it out, not a problem. We can read it out once we provide some material kind of thing. You can read it out, not a problem. But SQL, you have to learn SQL mainly SQL, right? SQL it can use for multiple databases actually. This is the common language for all the databases, right? If you learn SQL, you can work in Oracle database as well as SQL Server database, MySQL database, and any other databases. Maybe the format of writing the queries will be differ something, okay, but not language will not different. You understand, right? Select is select anywhere. Either if you go to SQL Server or Oracle database or Sybase database, wherever you go, select is select only. Okay.
Okay.
This is the common language. Oh, SQL defined in different languages actually. Okay. Different languages, right? One is DDL. DDL means data definition language, right? Data definition language. DML, data manipulation, manipulation language. Data manipulation language and DCL, data control language, and TCL, transaction control language, transaction control language. Okay, and one more is there actually here. Okay, this one we can consider DQL or DRL. Okay, data retrieval language or data query language, right?
Okay.
Do you have any doubts here till here?
No, I don't.
Nikita,
No, sir.
Shriyanka joined here. Okay. Hi, Shriyanka.
Hi, sir.
Hi. Okay. So I started SQL here. Okay. So what are the languages, different languages we have in SQL? That's what I'm talking about right now.
Yeah.
So data definition language, right?
Yeah.
So in data definition language, so see here, the name itself, we have a concept here, actually, data definition. Okay. Definition, nothing but structure of this one, right? Structure of the object. Okay. Any structure, if you want to create any structure, okay, we need to go with DDLs. Okay. For example, database objects, you guys are aware of it, right? Tables, okay, views, indexes, synonyms, sequences, okay, sequences. These are all the database objects, SQL objects actually. Okay, if you want to create, for example, create these objects, you have to use create command. Okay.
Okay.
Create command. Then you need to alter that. If you want to alter the table, for example, you already created the structure of the table. Later point of time, you need to add some columns actually. Okay. For example, employee table. In employee table, you have you have 3 columns: employee ID, employee name, and age column. Okay. Then after some days, you have a requirement to add a new column, salary. Right. The salary column, if you want to add a new column to existing table, alter. There is a command called alter. Okay. Clear? And if you want to drop, you don't want this table actually. And drop means delete the table. Delete the table. Complete delete means it's not delete means it's not considered as data deletion. Complete object deletion from the database. Right?
Okay.
Okay. Then that is called drop command. Okay. And rename. For example, if you want to change the name of the table, okay. Today we have EMP, table name called EMP. Tomorrow you want employee, you want table name called employee, then you can use that rename option here. Okay. The finally last one, truncate. Truncate is a special one actually. So it will delete the data from the table, but not structure. Okay. Drop is it will drop completely entire table and table structure and data. Truncate will delete the data only, not structure. Clear?
Okay. Yep.
Yes.
Anyone have any questions here?
No, I don't.
What is
Yeah.
truncate again?
Truncate will delete the data from the table, but not structure of the table.
Okay, got it.
Got it? Okay. These are the 5 commands we'll use for DDL commands. Okay. Frequently we are using create, alter, drop. Drop command. When you are using drop command, you have to think twice, right? In organization level, right? If you want to drop the command, for example, production environment, if you want to drop, you don't want this object actually. You have to get proper approvals to drop the date, drop the table. Otherwise, you lose completely entire structure of the table, structure and data, right? So that when we are using drop and truncate, we have to be very careful here. Okay, sometimes maybe people may lose the job also here.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So now this is all DDL commands work on structure of the object. Okay. It will not work on data except truncate. Clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Create is used for create object. Alter is used for existing to modify existing object. Drop is used for to drop the existing object. Okay. Rename is used for rename the structure, rename the name of the table, existing table or object, any object. Okay. Clear? Truncate will delete the data without structure. Now coming to data, this is DML. In the name itself, we have data manipulation. Data manipulation means either insert the data or update the data or delete the data or merge the data. Right? Clear?
Okay. Yep.
So mainly we'll use insert command, insert to add new data. Okay. Update to modify existing data. Delete to delete existing data, and merge. Merge will work differently here actually. Okay. If data is not exists, insert the data. If data exists, update the data. This kind of if else kind of thing we have to write here. Matching, not matching kind of thing. Okay. But this is very important. Sometimes it may use for improve the performance also. Merge.
Sir, can you again explain the merge one?
Merge how it works, right? For example, we have bank data. Example, just I'm saying example, bank data, right? Consider as one server, we have bank account information. In the account information, we have checking accounts and business account information, right? Clear?
Yeah.
So whole data will be in the one table actually. If I consider this one table, bank accounts is one table. Okay. Now, end of the day, we need to split the data into checking accounts separate table and business account separate table. Separate table will be there, right?
Yeah.
So now we have to use the bank accounts data, okay, and then split that data into say checking and saving, checking and business account and savings account also. Other accounts also will be there, right? We have to split the data into this one and that one. Actually, we have to move the data, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Now, so this activity will happen daily basis, right? So, for example, today we have 100 accounts, okay, 100 checking accounts and 50 business accounts. Okay. End of the day, my job is there. What job does, right? Get that 100 checking accounts push into the checking accounts table, and 50 business accounts push into the business accounts table. Tomorrow, and added new accounts, some 50 new checking accounts added. 20 existing accounts are modified, address updated, or something else, something updated. Right?
Yeah.
Clear?
Yeah.
Any doubt? Okay. Updated here. And business accounts, 20 new accounts added, and 10 accounts updated. Okay. Now, how many records updates we have in checking accounts? 20 accounts updated records we have, That means I already pushed it to checking accounts table yesterday, right? Or today. Understand? Or doubt? Confusion? Okay. Let me explain clearly here, this one. If you have any doubts, ask me immediately, not a problem. Okay.
Yeah, it would be great if you can explain again, please.
Banking account. This is a mainstream. Consider as mainstream, this one. Okay. And subtables checking and business or savings or whatever it may be, business accounts. Okay. Checking account and checking account, business account. Okay. Now transaction. Okay. Business accounts today. So today complete new database. Okay. Today bank accounts we have total 150 accounts. Okay. And checking 100 and the business account 50. Okay. Today everything will insert only. No updates will be there. Right?
Okay.
Clear or doubt? Okay.
This is clear. Yeah.
Yeah, this is clear.
Till here we are clear, right? Now
Yeah.
job run today, and then checking account have 100 records. Okay. Business account have some 50 records. So first understand the concept. When you are working right, we can understand easily. Okay. 50 accounts. Okay. Total 50 accounts we have. So tomorrow bank will run again tomorrow, right? Next day. Tomorrow we have already 150 accounts we have in business account, right? Right? And plus
Business
50 records.
account. No, business account.
Bank account.
Okay. Yeah, total is 150. Correct.
Total 150 already there.
Yeah.
Today added 50 accounts and existing records updated.
Wait, one question. Can you just change the name from the business account to savings account? Because
Confusion, right?
Yeah.
Okay. No problem. I get it. Savings account, right? So now we have 150 banking accounts. We have 150 records till today, right? Tomorrow we have added 50 records extra. Okay. Out of 50, we added some 30 records checking account 30 and SA 20 records, 20 accounts. Okay. And plus 50 records updated, 50 accounts updated. Consider 50 accounts updated. Updated. Okay. Updated means existing accounts. I'm talking about 150 accounts. Out of 150 accounts, 50 accounts updated today. I mean tomorrow. Right? Confusion? Not today. I can consider this one yesterday. Right? And today. This one makes sense today. Okay? Clear. Now 150 records, existing records, and 50 records, new records. Clear this concept?
Yep.
You don't have any doubts here?
No.
No? Okay. 50 accounts updated. 50 accounts updated from 150 accounts. Clear? Updated means any information, either address updation, okay, phone number update, okay, or adding new phone number, this kind of thing, everything. can be considered as update. Clear? Or any doubt here? 50 new accounts, 50 existing accounts updated, modified. Anyone have any doubts here? Can you hear me?
Venugopal, when you say that 50 records are as added, so they did not get inserted, they just updated, right?
No, inserted new records. I'm talking about new records.
Okay, so 150 plus 50.
Let me tell you here. This is the 150 records.
Those
Yesterday
are
we had,
inserted.
yeah, inserted. So we don't have any updates yesterday, right? So completely new data, 100 checking accounts and 50 savings accounts here, right?
Yes.
Okay. Today we have 150 record existing records, yesterday's records. Okay. And plus 50 records. Those are new records.
Okay.
Those are new accounts opened today. Okay. And 50 accounts updated. Yesterday out of 150 accounts, 50 accounts updated.
Okay.
Right? Clear?
Yeah.
So now we have 50 new records and 50 updated records we have now. Merge, how merge will work, right? So it will check the first before take that full data from that banking accounts, complete data, 200 accounts. It will take full 200 accounts. Okay. And then checking checking accounts as well as savings account. Okay. If the account is present in the checking account, just it will update the record with new data.
Correct.
Right. If account is not present in the checking account or savings account, it will insert the data.
Okay. So basically, if it already has the same value, then it joins. Otherwise, it will add a new record.
It will that main table, this complete of server data, right? Complete server data. It will compare with child tables. Actually, the data is present or not. If data present, it will update the record. Existing record update that it will update the record. If not present, it will insert the data, new data.
Okay.
You want to have any questions here?
I have one question for like difference between the delete and truncate.
I will tell you. First, someone asked merge, right? That's what I'm talking about merge right now. I'll tell you about insert update also. Okay. Okay. Now, clear about merge, right? This is the merge.
Yeah, sir.
Okay. Now I'm talking about insert. Insert is always new data. We are talking about new data. For example, we created the data by using DDL commands and then insert the data into the table. Okay, either employee table, we create employee table and then insert the data into the insert table. First thing. And second thing, update the data, update existing data. Okay, insert is always new data. Update is existing data modification. Okay. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Delete, you know, right? Existing data delete. Only data delete. Clear? So these are the 4 commands we have in DML operations actually right now. We have insert all also. Insert all means we can insert the data at a time in single statement. We can insert multiple records. Okay. I can write it here.
So when you say delete, it deletes a record, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then what about truncate? Even truncate deletes a record, or
truncate deletes the data, but we can't use where condition in the truncate statement. I mean, if write truncate table, right, it will delete whole data in the table. We cannot filter it out. Delete what delete will do, right? Delete, for example, employee data, we have multiple department data will be there, right? I don't want the 10th department data, right? Delete table where department number equal 10. If I consider this one, some portion of data we can delete it, or full data, whatever you want, you can do it, right?
okay.
This is the difference between this one and this one. And
Sir?
truncate is more faster. Go ahead.
Truncate query won't delete the structure, no?
Sorry.
Truncate query won't delete the structure of
No,
table.
it won't delete. It won't delete the structure.
Yeah.
Only drop will delete the structure of the table. Structure of any object. Any object you can drop with the drop statement.
Okay.
Not truncate statement. Truncate will work on only tables, no other objects.
Okay. So if we use a delete from table, whatever table name, then it will delete entire table data, right?
No, table data one. Yeah, table. Yeah, entire. Just you mentioned you are not giving. If you're not giving any filter condition, then it will delete the whole data.
Okay. So in what scenario can we use a truncate?
Truncate, for example, if we want to delete complete data, right? Blindly we can go with truncate statement actually, because delete will work on statement by statement, record by record actually. It will take too much time. Okay, truncate will not check anything. Blindly it will wipe out the data in a single shot.
Okay, so if you use a delete from table name, then it takes time to delete all the records, and truncate, it doesn't take much time.
No.
Oh, okay.
The performance point actually.
Yeah.
Okay, and all DML operations you have to commit. Commit means save. Rollback means undo the transaction. Clear?
Yes.
Commit will come here. Commit and rollback. Rollback. Okay, and here we have under two more commands: grant and revoke. Okay. So grant and revoke will work on database structures, database structures actually. Okay, and commit and rollback will work on data. Clear? These two statements will work on DML operations. These two statements will work on this. Clear? You don't have any doubts here?
What's commit and rollback is for?
Commit is the save the transaction. Rollback is undo the transaction. After you insert the data or insert all, whatever it may be, you have to use commit the transaction. Then only will complete the transaction. Otherwise, it will not complete the transaction. If you try to update the record, if you are not commit the record, the table will lock. If someone want to try again, try to update or delete, you cannot do that actually until you commit or rollback the statement.
Can commit and
rollback
can be used simultaneously?
Sorry?
Can in any statement can we use both commit and rollbacks at the same time?
No. Commit means save the transaction. Rollback means the transaction will roll back. For example, you try to insert the data, and then you decided I don't want this data. Then before commit, you can roll back it. Once you commit the data, you cannot roll back it. Okay.
Okay. So in
once
that
you cannot commit it back again. Okay.
And sir, you'll be explaining each of the things separately, or?
I'll explain everything actually. Just
Yeah.
I'm telling the concept right now, the commands
Yes.
and what are the commands we have, and what is the purpose of them. That's what I'm talking about right now.
Okay,
Once we
sir.
get into lab, right, we can understand everything actually. What is the create, how create will work,
Yeah.
how alter will work, how drop will work, how rename will work, and how truncate will work, and all the things. Step
Yeah,
by
sure.
step. Step by step will go.
Okay. For rollback, if we suppose we put like 10 records like employee tables, but we realize we just have to put 5 records. So how it will work? It will go record by record, or like how it.
What is that? Rollback is nothing but complete undo. For example, you are inserting 10 records, record by record, by using insert statement. you wrote 10 insert statements. For example,
Mhm.
consider I'm going here and checking account. I'm considered as checking account right now. Okay.
Okay.
Insert, first insert one record and again insert one record.
Okay.
And insert one record, again insert one record. You inserted 4 records now, but
Okay.
you never committed or rollback the transaction. That means the transaction has not been completed. No one can see the data until you commit the transaction. Or if you don't want, you can roll back the transaction actually. Okay. And you have one more thing you have to understand here. After any DML operation, if you try to use any DDL command, for example, after insert, right, you try to create some another table. The all transaction will be committed automatically.
Oh, okay.
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 So make sure if you don't want to use, you don't want to commit the transaction, you should not use any DDL operation after DML statement until you roll back the transaction.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
This is clear?
Yep.
Clear?
Yep.
And so when you roll back the transaction, for example, if you use the rollback here, all the transaction will be rolled out.
Okay.
Okay. If you use the commit, all the transaction will be committed.
Got it.
Clear?
Yep.
And finally, DQL. DQL or DRL. Some people will use DQL, some people will use the DRL. DRL data retrieval language. DQL is data query language. Okay. Mainly, all SQL, right, will be based on select statement. This is only statement. Okay. Entire database will mainly will use a select statement only, always. The create and alter and all the things, right? One time create object. That's all. Then you have to write n number of select queries only, right? Data sorting, data filtering, use the functions, and all those things will come under select only. This is a very big concept here. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now, so do you have any doubts until this point?
Actually, we also have a save point, right, Venugopal?
Save point, we usually will not use that actually.
Okay.
Last 11 years, right? I never used the save point.
Okay.
Until that point, so you can use it, but not regularly will not use that one actually.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes.
Now grant and revoke, right? Grant and revoke. So for example, you created a table. Okay. I am the owner of the table. Okay. Suppose you guys want to use that table. I have to give the privileges to your IDs. Otherwise, you cannot use it directly. Even we created my database, my database, right? Until I'm giving privileges, you cannot use that one. Clear? So any object, if you want to use that existing objects, someone created the objects, right? If you want to use them, that person has to give the privileges to you. That is what grant here. Okay. And revoke is to take back the privileges from the user. For example, today I'm giving access to you. Tomorrow you left the company. I don't want to give the access to your ID actually. I have to revoke the privileges. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
So when you are using, you can understand all the things. Okay. Until that point, maybe it will be a little bit confusion, but nothing hard here. So any questions here till here? Now, coming to the DDL commands workout. Now, okay, create. This is the command, right? So, for example, we have number of objects, right? Okay. So first we work on create table alone. Okay. Create. This is the keyword. Always we have to use the keyword. Okay. Create table. That means object type, and then table name. What is the table name? If you want, you can use it. And here, column 1, data type, column 2, data type, and data type. What is the data type? The concept is, anyone knows this one? Maybe Ram aware of this one, but others. Anyone knows about data type?
Yeah, data type is a the type of data the column can hold, whether it's a integer or a string. Like what type of data the column should.
Because every language people will use data types actually. Even Java also they have some data types, right? They will use
Yeah.
data types, string data type, integer, int,
Yeah.
all this kind of thing. Even Oracle also, even SQL also, we have number of data types, integer, int also there, big int, but big int, small int, all those things will not use in Oracle. Oracle plainly will use number directly. Okay, number data type. Let's talk about data types right now. And we have char data type and varchar 2. This is the other data type actually. So, do you know difference between char and varchar? Let me tell you here. Char will allow 2000 bytes. Okay. Varchar will allow 4000 bytes here. This is one difference. And another difference is, if I define char right, the memory cannot be reused. For example, employee name, you allocated some 250 characters, okay? But you used only some 100 characters or 150 characters. Rest of the 100 bytes, you cannot reuse it actually. Memory allocation will be fixed. Clear?
Yes.
But in varchar, if you even use 250 characters, but you use 100 bytes, rest of the 150 bytes can be used. Okay? It's not fixed. It is a variable kind of thing. Right?
Okay.
Oracle mainly if you know the fixed length, for example, gender column, right? Gender column mainly will use F or M like that, right? So you know one character here, right? Then we can go for character directly, gender column, or true or false kind of thing, yes or no, right? Y or S kind of thing, one character. You know that blindly can go with that. But employee name or student name or any names, right? You don't know the length of that one, right? Name. That type of column names, right? We have to use varchar 2. Clear?
Okay.
So
Okay.
if if varchar 2 has all this advantage, then why even the character exists? Like, what is the significance? If we have all the benefits on varchar 2, then why or where char can be used?
Initially, char was there actually in Oracle. Even SQL started, right? They started with char. Then after the varchar 2 came into picture, right? So based on number of bytes increased in this one. Okay. Char can be used to 2000 bytes. Until 2000 bytes, you can use character. Okay. So for example, you know that for example, some columns have 10 is 2000 characters. You know that strict length kind of thing. This kind of thing. How we can say that right?
Yeah, I can say like previously we used to use the CD drive, right, where it's the floppy disk where the length was fixed. Like once we use, we cannot reuse. But later there are many hard disk, hard drive.
Right.
Which
Right. Generation by generation it changed, right? But they didn't completely vanish the character. Actually, they completely they have character. People can use still. They can use it. Okay, people can use that. But varchar is always right. You know that some names string. You know unknown length of strings and all those things. That usually we go for varchar, right? In Oracle, in 11 years, I char used very less times. I used very less times actually. I always used to
varchar 2.
varchar 2 and int and integer and never used them actually last 11 years. I used one completely number. The number maximum length is 38 comma 8 actually. I mean 38 comma 8 means 38. The length of the number is 38 digits. I mean and out of 38 up to 8 precisions we can give. Got it?
Okay.
38 precisions. 38 means 38 comma 8 means 38 precisions. You got it right?
Yeah.
So always we'll go for in a SQL server, you know, right? You will use the money column is there, money field is there, right? But here number of 38 comma 8 we'll use by blindly we can go for 38 comma 8 money fields, right?
Sir, one question. Why it is they called is varchar 2? Why not 3 or 4? What is the significance of that 2?
That's a name actually. That's a name. Varchar. Initially, varchar was there. Varchar will use in SQL Server, not in Oracle. Okay. In Oracle, they created varchar 2. That's the name.
Okay. Okay.
Standard name.
Okay.
Okay. Varchar already created in SQL Server. SQL because these are all SQL. It comes under SQL only, right? Everything is in SQL only. Varchar is there. Varchar 2 also there. Varchar will be used in SQL Server only. SQL Server and other MySQL databases, not in Oracle database. Oracle database, we can use only varchar 2 and varchar 2. Right? Clear?
Yes, sir.
And so in SQL Server, we have date commands, right? You say SQL and date commands also we have, date types also multiple date types were there. Date time, this date time, two date types is there, right? In SQL Server is date and time. Date. If you want to display date and time, we'll use date time. Okay, but in Oracle, right, timestamp. There is a column called there is a data type called timestamp. Okay, timestamp will display complete entire date and time. Clear? And coming here. Current date, right? If you want to see the current system date, right? Current system date. Okay, this is the date, right? Now, if you want to say the timestamp, right? Just I'm showing the example. Don't go for this one directly. This timestamp, sorry. Okay, see here, what is the difference between this one and this one? Right?
Yeah.
So this is the difference. But in the SQL Server, right? Get date, right? How it will use them? Get date to display the date, right? Get date, get underscore date function, right? So database to database, what are the predefined functions were there, right? It will change automatically, right? Clear? Any questions here? No questions?
No.
Okay, clear. Okay, so now, so just to, I'm telling the syntax of this one actually. Create table syntax only. Okay, create table. Any object, if you want to create any object, create table. We are talking about create table, right? Tomorrow, I want to create sequence. Create sequence. Okay, create view. Create view. This common statement. This is a very common statement. Create table. Create view. Create synonym, create and then create procedure, create a function, everything is same. But some of the object, create or replace, we'll use it. Okay, create or replace means simple. If not exist, create the object. If exists, replace the object. Existing project. For example, but create table, while creating table, you cannot replace it directly. You cannot use the replace function, replace option here. Okay, very few objects. Okay, for example, view. If you want to create a view, if you want to create a view, then you can use create or replace function. Create or replace statement. Okay, but table, create table. Clear? This is the syntax for table. And after that, we can use here a table space and all those things. Though I don't want to confuse you right now. So that will understand later. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let me create one table for understanding purpose. And the table name. So see here, I have mentioned here create table. These two statements added here. Clear? And table name. Table name you can give anything, but that length should not be greater than 30 characters. Okay.
Okay.
That maximum length is column or table name. Maximum length is 30 characters.
Okay.
And table name should not start with number. Okay. For example, I'm trying to create the number actually. Okay. MP underscore number. Okay. When I try to create this table, what did it say? Invalid table name, right? For example, I'm deleting this one, and this name already exists. That means table already created. Okay, I'm going to create employee details. Okay, now it's table created, right? Clear?
Yeah. What was that invalid name that we could not?
Invalid name. I used before EMP. I used number 2.
Okay.
So table name should not start with number.
Okay.
Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
And after that you can use it, but not initial. Initially you cannot use number. Okay, and table name should not be greater than 30 characters. So how many characters we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And that is more than 30 characters. Looks like it's been updated. Okay. So okay, it's allowing now. Okay, I think it's a old version. We don't have its limitation is 30 characters, but it's more than that. Okay, that's fine.
I think it's more. It was 35 before. I don't know how much you added. Like I think
It is earlier 30 actually. Earlier 30.
earlier it was 30. Yeah.
Yeah,
can you
very
try
good.
with 40 characters, Venugopa?
Might be something changed later.
No, if you can try with 40 characters, probably it will not work.
No, there is
Oh,
some
this
limit.
one.
I think they increased the maximum number. I think. Okay, that's fine. I will tell that one. That's not a problem. So now we know that table creation, right? Table creation syntax is always these two are common. Okay, if I'm not using any one of these, for example, I'm trying to do this one, it cannot be. Create command is not successful, right? Syntactical errors. The existing object, already we have existing objects. That's the reason we are getting this error. Okay, clear?
Yes.
Just recap, right? So just we saw this command today. And what is the purpose of those commands? Okay. Just we saw DDLs, DMLs, DCL, and TCL, and DQL or DRL statements, right? So you know what is what is the DDL, what is DML, what is DCL, what is TCL, what is DQL right now. Okay. Then we'll create the objects in tomorrow's class. Clear?
Yes. Yes.
Any questions as of now? Initially, it'll be a little bit slow, but once we create the tables and start writing the select queries, it'll be fast.
I have a question for Grant actually.
Go
So
ahead.
can we, Grant just to read the table? I know. Suppose we can revoke for he cannot create. Suppose there is a person he cannot create view and rest of the things. But do we have to give Grant for retrieving the data also, like for select statement also, or
Yes.
oh, okay.
So until I give the privileges to, read means select privilege, I have to give it to you.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And if I give select alone, you cannot insert the data, you cannot update the data, you cannot delete the data.
Okay. Okay.
So I have to give all the privileges. Either select, insert, update, delete, all the things. If I give all the privileges to you, then only you can do complete operation on that one. Otherwise, you can see the data only. For example, in organization level, how it will be there, right? Production will have only read access, will not have write access.
Okay.
Understand?
Yep.
Because if you have write access, right, it may be possible. Sometimes you may delete the data, right?
So I believe in production specific people have right.
Very few
access,
people
like,
will be there.
Yeah.
Usually, all production access will have with DBS only. For example, if you want to delete some data, we have to raise a request and then we have to send to DBS. DBS can execute that one certain downtime kind of thing, not always.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So that's the reason only read privileges will be there on database production databases. And some of the some of the projects, right, they will not allow even in U8 also.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So far, any questions here?
I'm good. Thank you.
Nikita?
It's good, sir.
Hi, Pawan.
All good.
Hi, Pawan.
Sir, how can we download so that we can practice the queries and all? How we can download?
So see here, right? We can download Oracle client, direct client. That is version 19 right now. Oracle 19. Okay. Or you can download Express Edition. expression is 21 version, right? You can go to directly, let me show you.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can like share the link in the chat, that'd be great.
Directly you can go here and download Oracle Database XE.
So can you share this link in the chat box?
Sure. You have to create account actually, but you can go with your Gmail account directly.
Okay, thank you, sir.
And you need Oracle SQL XE as well as download SQL Developer also. This is the IDE. 1 second, let me tell you. SQL Developer. This also can be download from same Oracle site. And here, go here, products. Can download here directly. If you same site, oracle.com, database technologies, and let's go here and SQL Developer and download with JDK it included. Don't go for this one. Don't go for this one. Go with this one. First link. Okay. If we download these two, tomorrow we can configure the database and then we can create some sample database, sample schemas, and then we can have some tables over there. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Anyone have any questions here? And if you have any questions, right, immediately raise your hand immediately. Okay. Can you stop here?